Good morning, boys and girls. So my author today is Bridget Hios. I discovered her when I had Fletcher, and we just fell in love with this series. So the author has written more than 120 children's books, which is pretty huge. She is well known for her picture books, but also writes young reader chapter books. She lives in Missouri with her husband, and she has 3 kids, which a lot of her stories come from experiences with her kids. And what's really neat is she's only been writing for 10 years, and yet she has all these books. She said that the book Mustache Baby was written and rewritten 30 times before they finally decided to publish it for sale. So it just goes to show that writing process of writing, editing, and going back, rewriting, it takes a really long time, and we constantly want to change and better our work. So Mustache Baby meets his match. Baby Billy was born with a mustache. Usually it was a good guy mustache, but occasionally it curled up at the ends into, well, you know. Good mustache or bad, Billy's family loved him. Then one day, baby Javier came to town. He was new and had a lot to learn, so Billy decided to show him a thing or two. Like how he was the sharpest shooter in the West, and how he could work on the railroad all a livelong day. Javier couldn't believe how rough and tough Billy was. But this wasn't Javier's first rodeo. He had a few things of his own to show Billy, like how he could wrestle a bear, catch a fish with his bare hands, and chop down a tree in no time flat. Billy had never seen such grit, except when he was looking in the mirror. He intended to prove that he was the true hero, and Javier was just his sidekick. So he challenged Javier to a duel, but Javier disarmed Billy. And forced him to walk the plank. I think his socks are hysterical. Then Billy put on a magic show and turned 1 cookie into 2. Oops, sorry. But Javier made both cookies disappear. Billy tried his best to show him up in math, art, Van Gogh, aviation, running for president. He's supposed to be Abraham Lincoln, and he's Teddy Roosevelt. And for the final showdown, a motorcycle race. As they rounded the curve, Billy was ahead by a hair. But Javier won by a whisker. That really chapped Billy's hide. His mustache began to grow and curl up at the ends until he had a bad guy mustache. He turned into a mad bandit, robbing Javier of his most prized possession. That infuriated Javier. Nobody stole his hog and got away with it. His beard grew pointier and pointier until he had a bad guy beard. Javier chased Billy into a wrestling ring and became the masked luchador Barbanino, aka Beard Baby. Billy faced him as pro wrestler Mustache Baby. The crowd couldn't wait for the match to begin. I don't think so. Mustache Baby dodged Beard Baby's high-flying maneuver, but just as Mustache Baby was ready to pin Beard Baby, the melee was broken up. The wrestlers were sent to their separate corners of the ring. Billy was sweaty and sad. He had wanted Javier as a sidekick, and instead he had become a bitter rival. There, Mother said. Lots of friends wrestle with competitiveness, but sometimes the most important race is being the first to say, you're sorry. Billy knew he could win that race. He raced toward his friend, but Javier met him halfway. And instead of being Billy's sidekick, Javier became his partner. And sometimes his partner in crime.